Progressive left's near total silence on Iran's escalating protests isn't a mere oversight. It's a glaring symptom of something uglier, a visceral, reflexive hatred of the West that overrides every other principle they claim to hold dear. They'll scream about bodily autonomy when it's a Western issue, march against fascism at home, and flood the streets over perceived colonial sins. But when millions of Iranians, men and women alike, rise against a theocratic police state that executes dissidents, tortures protesters, hangs people for their sexuality, and starves its own population through corruption and proxy wars, the megaphones go quiet. No viral campaigns, no campus encampments chanting, no celebrity solidarity flotillas. Why? Because the Iranian regime is anti-Western to its rotten core. It chants death to America, funds militias that target US interests, and positions itself as the great resistor to imperialism, capitalism, and liberal democracy, the very things the hard left despises most. So supporting the protesters would mean admitting that a non-Western, anti-imperialist government is the real oppressor, crushing its own people in the name of a revolutionary ideology. This shatters the sacred narrative that oppression only flows from the West, never towards it. This isn't selective empathy, it's ideological loyalty. The left romanticizes any regime or movement that spits in the face of Washington, Tel Aviv, or liberal norms, even when that regime hangs teenagers, shoots children in the streets, and turns economic despair into mass graves. In their worldview, the enemy isn't tyranny, it's Western hegemony. So when Iranians chant against the very regime the West has long excused as a bulwark against imperialism, the cognitive dissonance becomes unbearable. Better to ignore it, downplay it as economic unrest, or a foreign plot. This silence exposes the core fraud. The progressive left's commitment isn't to universal human rights or liberation. It's to a tribal, anti-Western animus that will forgive any atrocity, excuse any dictator, and abandon any victim so long as it weakens the civilization they secretly loathe. True solidarity would mean standing with Iranians against the mullahs without apology or equivocation. Anything less is just performative radicalism, virtue for the choir, while real courage bleeds in the streets of Tehran. History will judge the silence harshly. It should.